So I'm just waking up and I still have to shower, but life has been weird recently, spiritually. So, one of the beautiful things about being in Colombia is that I've enjoyed seeing all the birds, insert pictures of birds. But one of the things that has been weird was 2 nights ago, it was a full moon and eclipse of some sort. And typically during full moons, my body just doesn't sleep well. This is no different. I didn't go to bed till like a little past 1, but I was like, cool, cool, cool. And so sometimes whenever I go to sleep, I'll either leave the TV on because it keeps me grounded to reality because of the way I dream so aggressively. Sometimes I need that like totem to keep me in reality. So I'll know whenever I'm dreaming or in between or fully awake. But sometimes I will listen to like sound baths or certain frequencies. And then this time I listened to a frequency that was like relaxing the nervous system. I have trigeminal neuralgia, which means the left side of my face has overstimulated nerves, basically. Right. And so I'm like always trying to make sure I'm relaxing my nervous system. And since I'm not home at the moment, I don't have my vibration plate. So, anyway, long story short. So, immediately when my body starts to begin to astral project, I don't know if any of you know what that feels like, but it's like insane vibrations throughout the body. I allow my body to astral project most times, but I just didn't prepare for it this time. A lot of times whenever I astral project, I like do a whole thing of calling my spirit team to watch over my body, because the last thing you want to do is is leave an empty vessel whenever you're about to do something like that. And so I usually call my spirit team to like watch over my body, right? I didn't do it. Again, I'm in a country I don't know. So astral projecting that night during a full moon, during an eclipse in a country I don't know, just didn't feel like something I wanted to do. And so I didn't, and I stopped the astral projection. And then I felt something trying to force me to astral project. And I was like, absolutely not. And then the something started sending pictures very quickly in my brain, trying to force me to project. And then it literally told me that it was trying to like give me sensory overload and like bombard the senses. So that was to me very interesting approach. And this is not the first time something has tried to do something to my body upon astral projecting or going into that meditative dream state. This is not the first time. But the fact that this thing decided to use sensory overload was interesting to me, especially since I am autistic, and so sensory overload is something I deal with. So to me, that was very interesting. But what it didn't know, apparently, was that I'm not new to this, I'm true to this. And so as it started doing it to me, there was a slight, because it was coming so quick. So like for anyone who gets downloads in the form of pictures, a lot of times if you're meditating and they come, like your eyes automatically like start blinking when they're closed. And it literally just felt like my eyes were just fluttering, right? So I was like, oh, we're not doing this. And it actually began to hurt a little bit because of how aggressive the pictures were coming in. And I couldn't see all the pictures coming at the time. It was just like literally loads of pictures just fumbling and remembering. And so I was like, we're not doing this. And so I shot the images back at whatever it was. And it stopped. And my body woke up. And at the same time my body woke up, I heard what I thought was a knock on the door of my room. It's 3 a.m. Who answering doors at 3 a.m? I said, that ain't got nothing to do with me. So I told my spirit team, take care of it. I went back to sleep. Right? So the next day I go down to breakfast, and when I come back, the cleaner is cleaning my room. So I go out on my balcony. This is what I see when I go on my balcony. What happened was a bird flew into my balcony, like window, fell to the ground dead. At the exact same time all of that was happening. And I can't help but wonder what would have happened to my body had I evacuated it. And yes, my spirit team is great, but I don't know the spirit team that was connected to whatever was trying to send me these messages and to get me to get out of my body. And that's weird to me. But that's not the weirdest thing that's happened on this trip or in the spirit realm this year for me. But that story is sticking to my brain like crazy.